We don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in a down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records, and the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
For many around the U.S., the weather is about to change. Longer days and warmer weather. Just as you prepare for weather changes, you need to be prepared for the changes in the market. And Phil Grandy is your daily guide for when you need to buy or sell and maximize your earnings. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and navigate the market with confidence with Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Equities are a losing proposition today. And until you see the valuations come down significantly, just don't trust today's rally. It doesn't mean anything.
Losing proposition. No, they're not. If you're buying, of course. If you're selling short, it's a bonanza. How many times have you heard me come on the air every day saying, learn how to sell short, learn how to sell short? I do it. I've been doing it every day. I've been on the air, 20 years? Every day. Learn how to sell short. That is your only defense. But no. You'll be talked into, no, oh, it's okay now, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come into the office and we're going to reorganize you here. What we're going to do is we're going to get you into defensive stocks. Yeah, see, when times get bad like this, everybody's going to buy toothpaste and Coca-Cola, and we're going to get you into all those kind of stocks. We'll get you out of all those tech stocks. Instead of saying, what an opportunity. What an opportunity to sell short. This market has no chance of turning around. This market is going to go through the 50 and 200-day moving average support, which means for those people who don't trade, there's a certain support in our business we always look at, called the 200-day support and 50-day support. There's two little lines on a chart. When the S&P and the NASDAQ, or let's say the Qs, break through that support, that's huge. That is huge. But it's worse this time. When it breaks through those two, we're going to go in, we go down and take out that October low. Remember when we had the 38% drop in the stock market starting in November of 2021, when all of a sudden they shut off, no more zero rates, and all of a sudden the NASDAQ, which lives on low interest rate money, been living on zero to near zero rates for 13 years from 2008. November 2021, they shut off. They had to. They have no problem. I mean, they had a huge problem of inflation. You can't keep going with zero rates. When you have a huge inflation problem, you just double the inflation problem because you have to print the money to buy the treasuries to bring those yields down, bring those rates down. And then the market collapsed. 38% went down. Boom. But all of a sudden, all the other times the market cratered or fell, like in 2018, went down in around 16 weeks, about 21%. Boom, 16 weeks later, right back up, captured it, and then went up another 50%. 2020, that was the big one. 38% in 5 weeks. Boom, 38% in 5 weeks. Boom. 5 weeks later, boom, we have all our money back, and then we get another 120% gain. Then what happens November of 2021? Market starts dropping. Boom. Everybody's telling you, buy in a dip, buy in a dip. But there was a problem. They forgot to tell you the reason why the market dropped because there's no more zero interest rates. So for 66 weeks, they've been trying to get the NASDAQ, the Qs off the bottom. And you know what? That 38% drop, They're only up about 12% after 66 weeks. Crazy. But here's what was interesting today. Did you hear what was going on with Warren, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas? She's talking to the Fed, Powell. Powell meets twice a year with Congress. And she's out there berating him, making it sound like it's all his fault, this inflation. I never heard such a conversation. Let me play this for you. This is unbelievable. It's like everybody's fault, but not listen.
So the Fed has raised interest rates 8 times over the last year in what has been the most extreme rate hike cycle in 40 years. The Fed's goal is to slow inflation, and your tool, raising interest rates, is designed to slow the economy and throw people out of work. So far, you haven't tipped the economy into recession, but you haven't brought inflation entirely under control either. And maybe the reason for that is that other things are also keeping prices high, things you can't fix with high interest rates, things like price gouging and supply chain kink.
Here we go. Price gouging. This is the problem, price gouging. And she's complaining about this inflation, right? Here, let me play this one here.
So far, you haven't tipped the economy into recession, but you haven't brought inflation entirely under control either. And maybe the reason for that is that other things are also keeping prices high, things you can't fix with high interest rates, things like price gouging and supply chain kinks and a war in Ukraine. But you are determined to continue to raise interest rates, so I want to take a look at where you're headed. In December, the Fed released its projections on the state of the economy under your monetary policy plan. According to the Fed's own report, if you continue raising interest rates as you plan, unemployment will be 4.6% by the end of the year, more than a full point higher than it is today. Chair Powell, if you hit your projections, do you know how many people who are currently working, going about their lives, will lose their jobs?
I don't have that number in front of me. I will say it's not an intended consequence.
But it is, and it's in your report, and that would be about 2 million people.
All right. So how stupid can Powell be? I wish she said that to me. I wish I was in Powell's chair. I said, really? I would say to her, how does this... I wouldn't be here doing these things. I wouldn't be raising the rates. These poor people are going to lose their jobs because I'm raising the rates. You know why I'm raising the rates? Because of you and the rest of these dopes. All these dopes in this room in Congress, you Congress people, you caused all this. I wouldn't have to do this. You caused it. For God's sakes, you people are stupid. Then I would say, when on January 21, when Trump turned over the Oval Office to you, Biden, you Democrats, our economic growth was at 6.5%. 6.5%. Our inflation was 1.4%. But 2 months later, what did you do, Elizabeth Warren? Didn't you sign on to the American Rescue Plan? Of course you did. And all the other dummies here, all the other communists and socialists and the rest of you in this room who want to spend, and don't have any money. For God's sakes. You're spending money in our economy at the end of the year. We have a net loss of $1.2 trillion. Our checking account is in the red, $1.2 trillion, because we have no money because we're broke. The interest on our national debt is $475 billion, reducing our investments by 45%. This is all your fault. We have $125 trillion in unfunded debt, and you're going out, all these problems, you're going out and you're going to do a $2 trillion American Rescue Plan? Then you did another American Family Plan? Then to make things worse, you're spending money we don't have. You're spending money we got to borrow. You're spending money we got to print, which is all inflationary. You do something that's totally stupid, which you signed on to, you moron. You and Biden and the rest of you liberal communist socialists, you shut down the XL pipeline because, no. We're environmentalists. We're environmentalists. We got to get rid of that dirty oil. You shut down the pipeline. Remember when you did that? First of all, when you did the American Rescue Plan, Gasoline was only, $2.84. Why did it keep going up? What did you do? More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Phil's Gang reminds you that this weekend, we spring forward 1 hour for longer days and spring weather. Like the time change, changes in the market mean you need sound advice from Phil Grandy. Stay on the path to success. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, the market's down another 500 points. Remember I told you last Friday when they rallied the market, and I said, do not buy stocks, do not chase the market, we're going lower. And what they did, and I explain this to my members every day, I pull up the 10-year Treasury yield. You can see it on a chart. And what they do is they come in. Remember, the Treasury yield, the reason the market keeps going down is because the Treasury yields keep going up. It's really simple. The stock market's going to continue to go down and down and down as the yields keep going up. Why is that? Because we are in so much debt and all that inflation, too. They had to fight that inflation besides the debt. And to fight that inflation, remember what Powell did. The monetary policy he chose was to raise the short-term Fed rate to fight this inflation. And he went from 0 to 4.75. So when you raise rates, the dollar gets stronger and the market goes down. So just think, every time that yield goes up, the market goes down. And what they try to do to stop the market from going down, to rig the market from going down, they'll turn around and they'll try to push it down by going in, the Fed, and buying treasuries. They're going to buy treasuries, okay? And to hope by buying treasuries that the yields will go back down instead of up. And so we can see it. You can see it clearly. Like on Friday, when the market went up 387 points, everybody was having a party and celebrating over the weekend. The bottom's in. I told you, you're all nuts. And you can see on the 10-year Treasury, you can see it on the chart, they pushed that Treasury yield right down. And I told my members, it won't stay down there. It can't stay down there. Not when they continue to raise rates. Sure enough, Monday comes. What happened? Boom, the yield went right back up, and they took those profits from them. Tuesday, yield went right back up, and we had a 575 negative day on Tuesday. So what happened? Real simple. All you have to do is keep watching your yields. And as long as they continue, and are going to continue for a long time, raising these interest rates, the short-term Fed rate, and you raise those interest rates, your yields are going to go down. I mean, yours are going to go up, going to keep going up and up and up, and your stock market's going to keep going down. So I want to get back to, so our bank stocks, I told them last week, or 2 weeks ago, we're going to short our bank stocks, short these bank stocks because they're going to collapse. It takes a long time for them to collapse. We'll have all this bad news about mortgages going bad, subprime automobile mortgages going bad, everything's going bad, but the banks aren't going down. And you're going to say, well, why aren't the banks going down with all this bad news? Because all the big institutions are in those banks. There's a tremendous amount of money from institution investors in the banks and home building. And there's so much in there, it takes a long time to turn it around. It's like trying to turn the Queen Mary instead of a cigarette boat. It takes a long time. And if you understand how to read a chart, which our charts will turn the color red, just be patient. Be patient. And now if anyone take a look at J.P. Morgan today. See if I was right. JP Morgan's collapsing. All these banks are going to collapse. It just took time. So we're ahead of everybody on these banks. It's unbelievable. Nobody believed this was going to happen. How many times I tell you this is going to happen? We're going to go right through that 50 and 200-day moving average. And right now I'm looking at the spiders. We broke the 200-day, we broke the 50-day, and that's why you're seeing the banks collapse. That's why you're seeing some of the banks collapse. And then what's going to happen? They're going to come in, you watch. You watch. They're going to come in by the end of the day, okay? And they're going to try to push those yields down to stop this market from going down. They're going to try to push those yields down, push them over, get them down. Tomorrow morning, you'll see the market will be up. It'll say implied open. Implied open, you see plus 55 or you see plus 35. You see that every morning, don't you? When we had the market go down that 500 some odd points, the next morning had implied open up 65 points. How do they do that? If you close the market at night at 575, how can it be saying implied open at 65? What the hell happened overnight? What happened overnight is the Federal Reserve came in and pushed those yields down, and that pushed the market up to show 65. And then as soon as the market opens, everybody's jumping in, and that's the way they do it. And everybody jumps in the market at 9:30 because they see implied open 65. Then they run it up to 100, and everybody's jumping in. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And then all of a sudden, boom, they take they stop pushing the yield down, and then what happens? Yield goes up, and the market keeps going down. You got to know what you're doing in this business. Join our gang, for heaven's sakes, at least how to short. All right, I want to get back to this because I'm running out of time. Because this is ridiculous what's happening today. She is such an idiot. I mean, when you listen to her, everything is everybody else's fault. And like I said, I would say to her, wait a minute. The reason we got a problem here, the reason we're at this meeting here, how did this all come about? Why do I have to keep raising rates? Which people are going to lose their job because of you. And the rest of you people who signed on, not only the American Rescue Plan, for God's sakes. Remember, when they signed that American Rescue Plan on March 11, 2021, Biden was only in office for 2 months. Remember, we had a GDP of 6.5%. We had inflation at 1.4%. So he jumps in, American Rescue Plan, right? $2 trillion we don't have. We don't have $2 trillion in our checking account. We have to go borrow it. And then what he does next? Then he does the American Family Plan. Then he shuts down the XL pipeline. Oh my God! So here we are borrowing all this money, the $2 trillion for the American Rescue Plan, the $2 trillion for the American Family Plan. Then the idiot turns around, decides let's get into a war with the oil company, shuts down the XL pipeline. One day later he closes Anwar. Okay, in Alaska, 2 million barrels a day. 2 million barrels a day. Cuts it off. No, we don't want that oil. We don't want to use it. Are you kidding me? So now gasoline's going from $2.84 up to $3.08. This starts moving up to $3.40 because what did he do then? He approved the Nord Stream pipeline to open that. So there'll be more. It's just unbelievable. These people are so stupid.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back. Okay, so you're seeing right now, if you went to CNBC.com where it says markets and scroll down and you see where it says bonds, it'll say bonds. This is U.S. 10-year. Click there. And you'll see what I'm looking at the bond market, and you'll see how they're trying to rig. They clawed back 100 points. They knocked 100 points off. They're trying to get the S&P back above the 200-day, and the way they do that is they just go and they push those. They're pushing those yields back down. They're trying to push the yields back down. How do they do that? They go and buy treasuries, okay? And then when they buy once they buy those treasuries, they're trying to push the yield from where it's going up back down, and then it moves the stock market back up. And you can see it clearly what they're doing. Listen to this here. Listen to this.
The economy is actually in better shape. There's more underlying momentum than it's getting credit for.
I think the back half of 23 and into 24 is going to be a great year for tech.
Unbelievable.
Underneath the surface, things are not as bad.
Do you think you think they train them? You think they're trained them to lie like this? Those are bold-faced lies. And if you come to Phil's gang, and let Steve and I and Willie show you how the market works. It's not the hot stock. If you understand how the market works, when you hear that, and what you learn from us, you pick up immediately, they're lying. So talking about lying, let's get back. I want to finish this because this is so important. So as I said, because what this is all about, Yellen came out and said that 1 year after the president signed the American Rescue Plan, she came out and had the gall to lie and say that once he put that act into law, our country is in the midst of one of the strongest periods of economic growth in a century, 100 years. She's saying 1 year after they signed the American Rescue Plan, which is the biggest inflationary plan of all, that our economy is the strongest in 100 years. Can you imagine what a lie that is? So you go and look, and I put this together for you. On January, when he took over from Trump, we had a GDP of 6.5%. Inflation was just 1.4%. We're doing good. So 2 months later, Biden signs the American Rescue Plan. But then let's go on. But wait a minute. Between him signing the American Rescue Plan and a year later where she made that statement, think about this. We had the American Family Plan. And then he shuts down the XL pipeline. Then he shuts down ANWR. We were getting 2 million barrels a day. 2 million barrels a day out of it. Shut that down. Then he does another infrastructure bill. So he does the American Family Plan, does the infrastructure bill. We don't have any money. We have to borrow that money. And then he shuts down the XL pipeline at the same time. And then he turns around and shuts down ANWR. So now he shuts down 72% of the production of our oil. Then he turns around and he does the opposite of Trump. He approves Nord Stream pipeline. So the Putin can have Europe by the throat. Europe by the throat. He can charge whatever he wants. If he controls that Nord Stream pipeline, he controls the price of oil and gas. And what did he do? He approved it. Remember how his son got all that money from Russia? Now this is November now. The Russians, they enter Ukraine. They enter Ukraine. And what do? We're writing checks to Ukraine for what? 40, what are we up to now? 40 billion? We don't have that money. We have to borrow it. And then they do the omnibus bill. So what I'm trying to say is we have no money. They're doing all these bills, and then they do a war with oil, so inflation's going through the roof. And now it's 1 year later after all that, and she comes out and says, "Wow, aren't we doing good? The American Rescue Plan. Wow, thank God for that. We have one of the strongest periods of economic growth in 100 years." Are you nuts? After all, things were getting worse. So what happened when she said that? Go check. The GDP was at 6.5% when Biden took over. Inflation was at 1% when he took over. Boy, did that reverse quick. All of a sudden, his growth was less than 1%, and inflation was at 6% because of all those things. So between the American Rescue Plan, starting an oil war, and she has the nerve to lie like that. And you want to know why? We can't get out of trouble. And this massive debt, the accumulation of debt, and the American Rescue Plan was the worst of all. I mean, creating inflation. It was a massive platform for inflation. Add that to the shutting down 72% of our oil production. This is insane. This is insane. So what do? They're trying to force the market back up, but they can't do it. Because, see, come November of 2021, when the market crashed 38%, they had to surrender. They had to say, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep printing money to keep pushing the tech stocks up. We've been pushing the tech up for 13 years. And look at the inflation we have created in doing that. And now look at the inflation we created with the American Rescue Plan, the American Family Plan, the infrastructure bill. We have no money. We have no money. At the end of each year, do you know, we have a net loss of $1.2 trillion. That's like having your checkbook at the end of the month. You pay your bills, and you have brackets, okay, of, let's say, $1,200. Well, our country has a bracket of $1.2 trillion. So why are we spending now another $40 billion? We're giving Ukraine. So my point is, how does this all go back to the stock market? Are you kidding me? When we have $125 trillion that's unfunded? I mean, everybody talks about the $31 trillion debt. No, how about the $125 trillion debt that's unfunded? So we are in serious trouble. But not if you're an investor and you know what you're doing. You can take advantage of this. And you can sell short. This is going to be a long time. Everybody, when you listen to this garbage from these people, it's unbelievable. I'll tell you how great things are.
The economy is actually in better shape. There's more underlying momentum than...
Where's the underlying momentum? What the hell is she talking about?
I think the back half of 23 and into 24 is going to be a great year for tech.
For tech? Are you kidding? We're still going to be raising rates. Yields are still going to keep going up. And that kills tech stocks. So if you know how to short, you're going to make money.
Underneath the surface, things are not as bad.
What? Underneath the surface? Are you kidding me? Underneath the surface? Are you kidding? You want to take a peek? You want to look at the peak? Let's take a peek underneath the surface. Credit card debt, $1 trillion. Auto debt, $1.5 trillion. Student debt, $1.8 trillion. I can go on and on and on and bore you to death with it. 20 million people can't pay their utility bills. 6 million people are behind on their rent. But underneath doesn't look so bad, right? Are you nuts? This is insane what she's saying. You can't believe this stuff. Let's look underneath again. Let's look underneath. Productivity's contracted from 4% to minus 1.7%. That's insane. Our PCE, we went from 4.3%. We came in at 4.7. Means inflation's so hot they don't know how to cool it. Earnings are at a 5-year low. Manufacturing 14-year low. I guess I got to dig deeper, right? I can't see it. Instead of doing that, join our gang. We can make money on this.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Phil's Gang reminds you that this weekend, we spring forward 1 hour for longer days and spring weather. Like the time change, changes in the market mean you need sound advice from Phil Grandy. Stay on the path to success. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
I'm going to go over this tomorrow with my members at the coffee talk, but if you go and take a look at I gave you how to get there to CNBC, the 10-year Treasury, you'll see today, starting at 2 o'clock, how the yields started to go back up, pushing the market down. And then what they did is they came in and trying to push the yields back down. So what they're doing, what's going on? There's a war. So they have a war between the yields are on a trajectory to go higher. And it's going to continue to go much higher. Okay? So they keep on trying to push that yield back down to stop the market from falling. It will never work. Now, here's what people don't understand. The inflation at 6.4% we have now, that inflation's at a 40-year high. The American Rescue Plan contributed 40% of that 40-year high inflation. 37% was contributed to the oil part of it, the inflation, where he cut 72% of oil production, cutting our pipelines and all that. So remember, 40% is that one bill. That one bill. That's how inflationary it is. and then you add his craziness with going to this new Green Deal and getting in war with oil, 37. The change supply that they put so much on is only 10% of our inflation problem. Unbelievable. Now listen to this. She's unbelievable. Let's set it up first. I think is the right one right here. Listen to this. We'll set it up first. All right, set it up. I want to be respectful to Pocahontas. Okay, and now here is Pocahontas.
So, Chair Powell, if you could speak directly to the 2 million hardworking people who have decent jobs today, who you're planning to get fired over the next year, what would you say to them? How would you explain your view that they need to lose their jobs? Chair Powell, if you could...
Let me take it over, Chuck. Here's what I'd say to you, Warren. You're the one that's causing the people to lose their jobs because of what I just said. When you take the inflation, remember, when Trump came into office, inflation was at 1.4%. At 6.4% after the American Rescue Plan, the Family Plan, the infrastructure bill, the omnibus bill, and then you start cutting the oil, you cut the pipeline, you stop the Alaskan 2 million barrels a day. And then you should have never had us in that war in Ukraine. Then you get us into that war, and all this money we don't have. We keep printing it, keep borrowing it. Then we have deficits with China, and they have to fund it for us, and then we got more inflation. That's why you're losing your jobs. You're losing your jobs because of Congress. You lose your job because of the politicians. You're losing your job because of her. That's why people, if you're going to lose your job, and you will, it's going to be because of her. And she's trying to throw it all on poor Powell. He's a dope, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy is trying to bail out the Titanic. He's the last one on Titanic. And he's got a little bucket trying to bail the thing out to keep it afloat. This market's going to keep going down. I wish you would join our gang, because if you just understand how the market works, you can take advantage of this. I would just love to get across to people how I just wish I could open their head and put in there just a little video or something that just where they understand what's going on. This is going to be the worst crash we ever had. Because, see, we don't have the institutions behind us buying. They're not going to buy. Institutions aren't going to. Remember, they let this go. They kept interest rates too low for too long. And they didn't mind the big institutions paying outrageous prices, outrageous valuations. They didn't mind paying $19, $20 for $1 of earnings. They could care less. They should only have been paying $10. But they paid $19. They paid $20 for $1 of earnings because they didn't care. You want to know why they didn't care? Because they could get money free. And then they could speculate. And they knew the stock would go up. No matter if they bought a stock at $100 and was way overvalued, it didn't matter to them because they got money free. And they could push that stock up even more and sell it to somebody else. And that somebody else didn't care if he overpaid for it on Wall Street because he could get more money free. And then he would sell that stock to another guy on Wall Street who also got money free that he knew he could sell to another guy. But that dance all stopped in November when I had my gang members ready to short the market before anybody else. It was in November. I had them all ready to short the tech stocks. I told you it was going to go down. I knew it would go down. And it did. It went down 38%. Just like I told everybody at the banks. I said, be patient with the banks. The banks are going to collapse. They're going to collapse. Usually the banks love high yields. They love interest rates going up. They love high yields. But not when the economy is horrible. We got now the banks have a huge problem. They got a huge problem with the subprime, not housing, but subprime cars. They got problems with checking accounts. They got problems with... But here's the big problem the banks have right now. Because home prices went up so fast, think about it. In 24 months, prices went up 60, 70%. Here in our hometown, Sarasota, some prices went up 100%. In 24 months. But now the banks financed a lot of these houses But guess what? The houses aren't worth half of what people paid for them. And we're going to have the worst housing crash we ever had. And the banks, thank God, they're happy. They're happy because they're saying, oh, good. We don't care if even if the bank, during this crash, the bank stocks all go down. We don't matter because guess what? They're going to bail us out. We're going to make a lot of money. And then we'll create another bubble. We'll create another bubble. So the banks always win. Because remember, there's we talk about America being socialist. We are in two respects. Social Security, that's socialism. And banks, that's socialism. Because the banks are really owned and controlled by the government. By the government. So they want to see the banks go bust right now because somebody's got to fix this crazy housing market where a house was on the market for $300,000 and then 24 months later it was on the market for $800,000. They know they got to fix that. Please join my gang. I'm telling you, we can help you.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Thank you, Steve. We're here to help. Willie's here to help. If all you did for 10 days didn't cost you a penny, it won't cost you a penny. You have access to all our knowledge. You have access to our color-coded chart. But those 10 days, if you just learn how to read the U.S. 10-year Treasury chart, you would never have to ask anybody again, what do you think the market's going to do today? You will know. You will know. There's no guessing. Once you learn how to take and read a Treasury chart and understand, like right now, the yields are always going to, interest rates are going to continue to go up. He said the other day he's going to raise them another 50 points. So that means yields are going to continue to go up. Listen to what I'm saying. He said that. I didn't say it. Powell said that. They're going to keep going up. That means the stock market keeps going down. Because when yields go up, interest rates go up, same thing, yields, interest rates go up. The dollar gets stronger. And when the dollar gets stronger, it causes so much bad economic news. I mean, productivity contracts. The economy contracts. Sales contract. Margins of companies contract. Earnings contract. Our earnings at a 5-year low. Profits contract. PCE ratios get hot. Manufacturing's at 14-year low. I mean, so you can take advantage of this. You can take advantage and make money instead of sitting there losing money. But I hope what you heard of Warren sitting there trying to pass the blame on the Fed, on him, Powell, when he wouldn't have to be doing what he's doing. People wouldn't get laid off if it wasn't for her. And the rest of these socialists, the rest of these Democrats and Republicans and independents, whoever the hell they are, all those gangsters down in Washington.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.